On a normal morning on Earth, no one could have imagined that an event would change human history forever. The air defense forces of major countries, including the United States, Russia, and China, were focusing on their space defense exercises. However, when a strange object appeared on the radar, it was not classified as a missile or a fighter jet of any country. Instead, it was a flying, saucer-shaped object, moving at a speed and maneuverability beyond any human imagination. The hearts of the military commanders were pounding. After a few minutes of observation and analysis, the decision was made to shoot down the object. Although they were somewhat hesitant, they thought that, in case this was a threat, defensive action was necessary. When a series of missiles were launched, none of them knew that this decision would trigger a chain of terrifying events. After the alien was defeated, countries around the world began to see dozens, even hundreds, of giant spaceships appear in the sky. They came in droves like a cosmic wave, with overwhelming size and equipped with unprecedented technology. Humans stood still, helpless, watching the strange flying saucers take over space. The attacks began, but not with weapons, but with strange signals, causing panic everywhere. Scientists quickly realized that not all spaceships were combative. Some carried powerful electromagnetic signals, capable of interfering with all types of electronic devices on Earth. Cities were plunged into darkness as electrical systems were destroyed. This was not just a war. This was an invasion in the dark. Although humanity faced superior technology from alien forces, there were still those who refused to submit. A group of scientists, soldiers, and ordinary people are gathered to form a resistance group. They try to rebuild electronic systems and weapons while trying to discover the true purpose of the invasion. Meanwhile, alien spacecraft begin to approach Earth with a clear goal: to exploit resources. They can control earthquakes, create energy storms, and even control living creatures. But what the humans do not know is that they are facing a force from a distant planet, where they had to fight a powerful civilization. And now, they are seeking recovery and revenge. The Resistance discovers that while the aliens are technologically advanced, they have a weakness. They lack the ability to properly interact with Earth's living creatures. These creatures cannot be controlled like machines, and humans can exploit that. A plan is hatched to infiltrate the spaceships and disable their control systems. However, as the Resistance prepares for the final assault, they discover a horrifying truth. Humans are not the only species on Earth. These aliens have been secretly creating another race of humans, a new generation that they have long been shaping. And now, we are not only dealing with an invasion from outer space, but also with the altered humans themselves. The Resistance discovers a large alien command center where the spaceships are concentrated. The final battle is not only a confrontation with the invaders, but also a confrontation with humanity itself, as fellow humans have been transformed and become part of the alien army. The war ends when a group of soldiers and scientists are able to destroy the alien command center and free the transformed creatures. However, they realize that the war has only just begun, because humans and aliens will have to continue to live together in a new world where the line between enemies and friends becomes extremely fragile. After destroying the alien command center, the Resistance group has a temporary victory, but life on Earth cannot return to the way it was before. Cities are still in chaos, the power grid is down, and governments have not yet been able to cooperate to rebuild the economy. The wounds on Earth have not yet healed, and humanity is no longer alone in this life. Part of the Resistance group, led by Captain Liam and Dr. Elena, a famous scientist in electronic technology, decides to continue investigating the origin of the alien army and the true purpose of the invasion. In a secret base, they discover a series of destroyed and encrypted data from destroyed spacecraft. After decoding, they find a message not only for humans, but also for another alien race, a race that has lived on Earth long before the appearance of humans. As Dr. Elena continues to analyze the coded signals, she discovers that the aliens they fought were not the only invaders. Another group of aliens came to Earth thousands of years ago, but instead of fighting, they lived peacefully alongside humans. These aliens, called Zyrex, helped our ancestors during the darkest times of history. However, the existence of the Zyrex was buried over time, as a portion of them were destroyed by the invaders and disappeared. The current group of aliens, the ones humans shot down, are actually hunters, seeking to destroy the remaining Zyrex and reclaim Earth as a new home. A bond has been formed between the Zyrex and humans. The Zyrex have moved deep into the Earth's underground caves, where they have evolved and hidden themselves for centuries. As the Resistance continues their journey to find the remaining Zyrex survivors, they learn a harsh truth. The aliens, though believed to be able to save humanity, are not entirely harmless. These creatures have the ability to manipulate and alter human genes. The secret experiments that the Zyrex have conducted long ago have left their mark on some humans, those who carry the blood of humans and Zyrex. A small group of them, however, cannot control the strange power they possess. Captain Liam, while exploring a sealed area, encounters a group of these people. They cannot explain the superhuman abilities they possess, such as superior durability, rapid healing, and even the ability to connect directly to the minds of the Zyrex people through a mysterious energy. When the Resistance realizes that humanity is not only fighting aliens, but also humans carrying the Zyrex gene, a split begins to occur. Some within the Resistance, including Captain Liam, believe that they must continue to fight the aliens and protect Earth from being taken over. However, Dr. Elena and some other members believe that humanity and Zyrex can work together to rebuild the world rather than continue the conflict. This sense of uncertainty is further compounded when the group discovers a deeper secret. There is a shadow organization at work, a secret group of survivors of the Zyrex experiment, and they plan to harness the power of both species, humans and Zyrex, to control the entire planet. While the groups inside Earth continue to confront each other, the alien army prepares for a decisive attack to wipe out all resistance from humans and the remaining Zyrex people. The alien spacecraft are getting closer than ever. The last group of resistance decides to face the threat of the survival of all humanity. In a fierce battle, they infiltrate the enemy base and face betrayal from their own comrades, those who have been affected by the Zyrex blood. A battle that takes place not only on the battlefield, but also in the minds of each person. In the end, after fierce struggles, humans have won for the second time. But no one can be sure that the world is completely safe. Cracks in society have opened. Humans not only have a new mission to protect Earth from alien invaders, but also face their own. Can they live in peace with the remaining Zyrex, or will they continue the war to maintain their identity? After a bloody war with the alien army and betrayal from those infected with the Zyrex gene, Earth slowly began to recover. However, it could not return to the way it was before. The destroyed cities were not completely rebuilt. Humanity now faced a world where not only aliens, but also humans with Zyrex blood were a new element in society. Captain Liam and Dr. Elena worked together to build an alliance of survivors, including the Zyrex, to rebuild and protect Earth. However, deep divisions remained within humanity. A small part of society feared that the presence of Zyrex would be an uncontrollable threat, while another group, especially those with mixed blood, believed that they could usher in a new era for Earth. During an investigation, Dr. Elena finds an ancient book that she had never seen before. It records Zyrex's prophecies about the future of humanity, a future where humanity will face a big decision: live in peace with the aliens and build a world together, or continue the war for dominance. As tensions escalated between different groups in society, an unexpected event occurred. Another giant spaceship appeared from space, but this time it was not an attack, but a message. This time, the Zyrex that humanity had fought were not enemies, but forerunners, people who had protected Earth from a greater threat. The message from the spaceship said that another alien empire had learned of Earth's existence and was preparing to invade. This was why the Zyrex chose to help humanity, not only to protect the planet, but also to prevent the upcoming attack. They explained that, in the past, when they decided to protect Earth, they made a great sacrifice, allowing part of their genes to combine with humans, creating a hybrid bloodline between the two species in preparation for this battle. And now, humanity has two choices: join the Zyrex Alliance and confront the alien empire, or defend Earth and fight the cosmic threat alone. In this tense situation, Captain Liam faces a big decision. He once fought for a world free of invasion, but now he must face the truth that peaceful life cannot be achieved without the cooperation of humanity and the remaining Zyrex. Elena, with faith in the future of humanity, together with the Zyrex, hopes that they can create a new era. Captain Liam and Elena decide to once again face the alien enemy, but this time, they will not fight alone. Humanity and Zyrex will stand together, not as easy allies, but as people who have been tested in battle and have learned to respect each other. The battle rages on. Warships, alien forces attack from space, but this time, humanity is prepared. The Zyrex, with their ability to manipulate technology and energy from space, have helped humanity create powerful weapons and advanced warfare technologies. However, it is the cooperation between the two species that creates an unstoppable force. Finally, the battle ended. The alien empire was defeated, and humanity and the Zyrex were victorious. But victory did not come from weapons or power alone. It came from a change in thinking, from the understanding that life on Earth was not just a battle for survival, but an opportunity for two different civilizations to learn and integrate. The Zyrex were no longer forced to live in the shadows, but had integrated with humanity. The mixed bloods, despite their special abilities, became symbols of peace and progress. The alliance between humanity and the Zyrex became the foundation for rebuilding the world. Humanity and the Zyrex worked together to build a new civilization, not only to protect Earth, but also to open the doors to explore the vast universe. Sacrifice, courage, and cooperation between generations brought humanity into an unprecedented era of peace. Dr. Elena and Captain Liam are no longer soldiers in a never-ending war, but founders of a new world where civilizations can coexist peacefully. The prophecy has been fulfilled. The Zyrexians of old prophesied that one day Earth would be faced with a life-or-death decision. And today, what they said has come true. Humanity has not only survived, but thrived stronger than ever, not through war, but through the harmony of civilizations. But another prophecy remains, that the wars between civilizations will continue, but this time, humanity will not be alone. The journey of humanity has only just begun.